I'm at the New York International Auto Show, one of the major auto shows here in the United States, and I'm super excited because I've always wanted to come to one of these big shows, and this is the first time. Now, I'm a little bit jet lagged coming straight from Amsterdam, straight to the show, but let's see what we see here, one of these big American international auto shows. Ford clearly has a huge presence here at the auto show. Lots of Explorers, trucks, Mustangs, you name it. The entire gamut is here. Ford has a huge presence. The Bronco is already wide enough, and I'm surprised to have seen these on European streets, but this is a Bronco Raptor, which is even wider. Look at these fender flares. Have you seen any of these on European streets yet? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, right next to Ford is Chevrolet, another American brand that has a huge presence here at the show. Let's go see what they've got. '24 Corvette E-Ray, first hybrid Corvette, an all-wheel drive. And of course you got the Z06. Silverado electric pickup truck, Chevrolet's first entry into the electric pickup truck market. Matter of time before you start seeing these on Dutch streets. All right, here's the hot Nissan stuff. The GTR is gonna be missed, but this is the new Z Coupe, and it's gorgeous. It's always nice to see Porsche. This is the first all-electric Macan. Look at this thing. Wow, look at that rear end. Certified Euro spec Taycan Turbo S with the German license plates and of course the sticker. So you know it's really a German Euro spec car here at the New York Auto Show. What do you think of Lotus getting into the SUV market? I think this is more their style, but I've been seeing Lotus SUVs pop up around Amsterdam. Let me know what you think in the comments below. May not have the Beetle, but I'm at the Volkswagen booth, and of course these are gorgeous cars. A GTI and a GLI. GLI is not sold in Europe actually, so this is kind of a North American only vehicle. Don't know if many European viewers know about the GLI or the Jetta itself. Not sold in Europe. And of course, you've got the iconic Beetle next to the new Volkswagen ID Buzz. Now, there's a long wheelbase ID Buzz, which is going to be for North American market. And I've already seen ID Buzzes popping up around on Amsterdam streets. So especially the cargo versions, that's what I've been seeing already in use and on the streets of Amsterdam. So cool to see one up close in person. I think we need to make minivans cool again, and the ID Buzz will probably do that. Got some other Volkswagen models here, ID4. Notably, the ID3 is not here because the ID3 is not sold in North America. Another couple of North American exclusive models, the VW Atlas. This is the Cross Sport, and this is the full-size version. Looks like a special edition. These are SUVs, larger SUVs that are actually designed and built in North America for the North American market. Not sold in Europe. Another North American exclusive model. What do you think of VW's lit up badge in the rear? I think it's a little bit much, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Now let's go take a look at Kia. Kia has been on fire lately, especially in the North American market, and they've got a bunch of different cars here. Let's go check some out, some of which are not sold in Europe, so I'm curious to check them out and see them in person here. Kia Telluride is not sold in Europe as far as I'm aware, but the Kia EV9 is, and that's what we're gonna go take a look at now. So I've started seeing Kia EV9s pop up around European streets, and I'm surprised this is actually sold in Europe. It is a big SUV, but it's all electric. It's loosely based off of the Kia Telluride, which is a North American model. And like I said, a very, very popular model. Big, brawny SUV. We've got Honda here. Honda's got a lot of space. It's a little bit spaced out. They don't have so many cars here. Some Civics. I see some HRVs, Pilots. This is going to be Honda's new EV for the North American market, the Prologue. It's actually shared with GM. So the GM Blazer, which is an electric vehicle as well. Basically, they're platform siblings. Honda did not develop an EV of their own. They've kind of badge engineered a GM vehicle, which is an interesting partnership. Curious to see how it plays out in the long run, but this is Honda's first EV for the North American market. It's a bit of a shame that sedans are not so popular in North America anymore because I've always loved the Honda Accord, and I imagine in the next few years they will probably stop selling them altogether in the North American market. So right next to Honda is the Acura booth, and if you don't know what Acura is Honda's luxury division. So what Lexus is to Toyota, Acura is to Honda. Now I've owned a couple Acuras in my life and they are great vehicles. They are sportier versions of Honda cars. They look great, they drive great. They're affordable luxury, similar to what Lexus is to Toyota. Really love this new TLX Type S. I used to have the previous generation TLX V6 front wheel drive. This Type S looks awesome. Similar to the Honda Prologue, and the GM vehicle in which it's based off of, Acura is bringing back the ZDX. ZDX is a nameplate that was used in the past for a vehicle that was frankly ahead of its time. Now Acura is bringing back the name for this, their first full electric vehicle for North America. This thing looks really good. Really sharp lines, love the lit up grille. Really wide, interesting stance. Of course, I'm not a big fan of SUVs, but they did a good job with this one. All right, next to Acura and Honda, we've got GMC. So another American vehicle brand, General Motors. Now, you can't look at GMC and talk about GMC without talking about Hummer. GMC has brought back the Hummer nameplate as a GMC model. Full electric truck. This thing is huge. First time I'm seeing one in person. This is the SUV version, but wow. This thing is massive. Yes, what do we have here? One of the few brands in North America that still sells a wagon. Volvo, you have a special place in my heart. And this is a beautiful Volvo V60 station wagon. Look at this thing. It's a shame they don't sell many wagons in North America anymore, but I'm glad Volvo's still doing it. And this is a high performance version, so this one's really, really cool. We've got the Hyundai booth over here. They're demonstrating some of their performance cars, but I won't go through all of them. Most of these Hyundai models, maybe except for the Sonata, are sold in Europe. I've seen many of them. The Ioniq 6 I've started seeing on the roads. Ioniq 5, of course, is quite popular. We have some of the performance N-line versions, but yeah, Hyundai, like Kia, doing really well in North America as well. Here at the Lexus booth, we've got the Lexus Texas. No, the Lexus TX, based on the Toyota Highlander. Mid-size, crossover SUV, 3-row, and that is because they've changed their lineup a little bit to accommodate this back here. The new Lexus GX, much more boxy design, much more off-road oriented. So they had to bring in the TX, which is a dressed-up version of a Highlander, to fill in the gap because this has moved to a much more serious off-road SUV, which is really cool looking. Let's talk about Toyota. Toyota has a huge presence here at the show, taking up all of that side and this entire center section. Of course, Toyotas are extremely popular in North America. And what I want to talk about is this, the GR Corolla. GR Corolla, I don't believe is going to be sold in Europe because instead we have the GR Yaris. So for the North American market, Toyota made a concession, and because the Yaris isn't sold here and it would not have made any business sense to convert the Yaris to make a GR Yaris, they made a GR Corolla just for North America. Look at this thing. High performance, practical. I'll link to some videos about it, but really cool to see one in person because these will not be sold in Europe as far as I'm aware because of the GR Yaris. It's great to see the performance cars from Toyota. And of course, Toyota trucks and SUVs are very popular in the North American market as well. The new Land Cruiser, which is what that Lexus GX that I showed is based off of, this is going to be a different version than the international version. This is the version of the Land Cruiser that North America will get. So that's pretty much it. Some really cool stuff at the New York International Auto Show. I'm so glad I finally got to check one of these auto shows out. I still follow the North American automotive news market, so it's been cool to be able to see some of the stuff that I just see online and I haven't been able to see in person yet because they're only sold in North America. Really cool to be able to check these things out in person. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and until the next time, thanks so much for watching.